Welcome back to the Weekly Grind with Bean. Patch 11.1 and the new Undermine Zone are finally here, along with new delves, a new drive system, and starting next week on March 4th, Season 2 will begin, and we'll get our new pool of dungeons for the Mythic Plus season, as well as the Liberation of Undermine raid, which will be opening up on the 4th as well. This week, you really just want to knock out all the story stuff. Make sure to at least do all the purple triangular quests that will unlock important features. I would try and go through all of it with my main to get any one-time rewards that there may be. Usually once you've completed the story with one character, on any else you'll have some sort of red text you can use to skip and kind of just catch them up a lot easier and quicker. I would focus also on trying to get the new Goblin Cartel reps up as much as you can during this week, since the new Mythic Plus dungeons and raid stuff won't be open for us yet. This will be good to do because there's lots of rewards that you get from the renown system that will be very helpful for alts. Like you'll get lots of valor stones, you'll get enchanted crest for crafting. So it's just really helpful to get these renowns up as fast as possible. There is actually a contract system you can use to purchase a contract to get a little bit of extra rep as you're knocking out the quests and world activities for the cartel that you choose to align yourself with each week. Besides the story stuff and the renown, this week's really just going to kind of be our last chance at preparation for Season 2. So really just get in there and Undermine and enjoy yourself. Also active this week is the Kalimdor Cup if you want to get into any of the skywriting races. Turbulent Timeways and Plunderstorm are now officially over. We will have the World Quest bonus event. That's actually pretty useful for the beginning of 11.1 since we have these new cartel renowns that we're going to be working on. Definitely fly around and knock out the quests and kill as many rares as you can to get that extra rep for the cartels. If you really want to capitalize on that, you could even wait till March 2nd and try and just knock out as much stuff on the 2nd and 3rd as you can before the start of Season 2, because the Darkmoon Fair is going to be in town, so that's a 10% extra rep bonus as well. So that plus the World Quest bonus is going to be pretty good for grinding that rep up. This also applies to any older reps, so definitely worth your time. Also this week we'll have the PvP Brawl Warsong Scramble. Now that 11.1 is finally here though, and Season 1 is in its final stages and wrapping up before Season 2, let's just talk about how Season 1 went for us. We started this channel at the beginning of Dragonflight Season 3, and we were kind of thrown into the deep end with that. It was already the third season of that expansion, and I hadn't played in a few years already. And even before that, when I did play, I was not very serious with the game at all. So each season we have made some pretty good progress with the guild and our skills, I would say. So Dragonflight Season 3 was kind of like a catch-up season for us. Dragonflight Season 4, I would say, was our first real season as a guild and trying to do mythics and stuff. And then War Within Season 1, we got into raids for the first time. So even though I feel like we've gotten a lot better, this season was very hard for us. We did not pug very much at the beginning of the season, so I think we kind of had this thing where we wanted to prove to ourselves that we could do this as a group. We got our Keystone Master, and then after that I kind of had like a breath. I could just chill and be like, hey, we met our goal, even though it was hard. And then I really started pugging a lot with Retribution Paladin, mainly because I have a little bit of anxiety about tanking in a pug. So I started pugging a lot with Retribution Paladin, probably during the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I was able to get all the way up to Keystone Hero even. So definite morale booster. Besides Keystone Hero, I was also able to get AOTC, and I was able to kill Zekvir on question mark difficulty. So I'd say overall a pretty successful season. But really the biggest revelation has been I can pug and I can get tons of gear and resources from pugging, and I don't have to be so stressed out about it. It always sucks if you make a mistake and it leads to a bricked key, but there's so many people out there pushing keys that it ultimately doesn't really matter. We're all trying to help each other out. We're all trying to get better. Some people get a little bit grouchy, but that's just kind of the nature of any competitive game. So with a moderately successful Season 1, I would say Season 2, I'm going to set my goals even higher. I for sure want to get Keystone Legend, get the new mount and the new achievement, and I think to do that, I'm going to be tanking for my group, and just like kind of the end of this season, I'm going to be pugging a lot with Retribution Paladin. That way I can get a lot more time in the dungeons, get a lot more experience, see how other tanks are doing things, how pools are going and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just going to heavily pug from the beginning of the season and see how far I can get with that kind of mindset, In addition to that, I had been planning on playing an Augmentation Evoker, but they have since been nerfed into the ground, and many are deeming them officially dead, so I'm not so sure that might be the best play anymore. For this season, I actually decided that I'm going to do some 0 to hero challenges, and that should be pretty fun. I know I've kind of talked about doing something like this before, but after kind of getting over my anxiety about pugging keys, I think this is finally the season where I'm gonna not only be pugging on my paladin, but I'm also gonna be trying to do 0 to hero challenges with many roles, classes, and specs. So we'll kind of see how it goes. So I'll be using the spinner wheel, and whatever it lands on is what I'm gonna do. And there we go, Arms Warrior. So I had actually spun this before, but I realized I didn't record it. I didn't think it'd be as fun to just be like, hey, I span the wheel and this is what it landed on. So I'm kind of doing this live. And Arms Warrior, I've never played Arms Warrior. I played Fury Warrior a little bit and a little bit of Protection Warrior as well. So this will be interesting. I do have several warriors that are already leveled up to 80. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably just sell everything they have, equip them in only, I don't know, probably just Siren Isle veteran gear. I guess that'd be a good place to start. I'll dump all their gold into the Warband Bank. I think that's pretty much 0, right? I don't think I should have to like completely roll a whole new character and level it up to 80. When ultimately I could just do something like this where I dump all their money and stuff and have them in like vet gear from season 1. I think that's close enough to 0. It's not like I'm going to be having anything biz or, you know. And then I can play through Undermine and stuff, and whatever goal I make there is kind of what I'm going to try and thrive with the best I can. So Arms Warrior, yeah. Right, I'm going to play with the gnome. So for this first one, I'll kind of use what I've got here. And then maybe on the second 0 to hero, each time I will completely roll from the beginning. That way this first one I can kind of focus more on making the series a little bit more entertaining. And then after that, I'll kind of have a little bit more of a swing going. So I'll just completely make a new character. But yeah, each time I'll obviously be playing a new spec. I won't do like Arms Warrior twice in a row because that wouldn't be fun at all. I'll keep a list of what I've done with my 0 to hero challenge. I probably won't do the challenge with Protection or Retribution since I already have reached that level with those, and I'm just, you know, that's kind of cheating at this point because I know how to play those classes. But if I do get Holy Paladin on the wheel, that's perfectly acceptable because I do not know how to play that at all. Let me just go ahead and log into this guy and I'll sell all my shit. Yeah, as you can see, I played this guy as a Fury Warrior, so no experience with arms at all. Everything will be either put into the Warband Bank and not used by this character or sold if I can't put it in there. Sorry, I know this is very exciting content right now. Cannot be destroyed. What the hell do I do with it then? It can't be destroyed. I can't sell it. Can I put it in the Warband Bank? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. It's going in my fucking regular bank. All right. Here's my first 0 to hero character. Arms Warrior, which I've never played, and it's a gnome named Murloc. If you guys have any suggestions on extra conditions for the challenge, I don't know. What do you guys think I should start with gear-wise? I could dump all my gear and be completely worthless. As you can see, though, he really doesn't have anything good on. But I'm going to start with no money, no items. He's got bags. I don't know if you guys think the bags matter. Let me know what kind of challenge you think this should be. Whatever. I think this character is basically worthless right now, so starting him from this point on I think is good. If there's any other stipulations you think there should be, just let me know. So yeah, should be a pretty fun season 2. Let me know if you guys are excited for Undermine season 2 beginning, and if anybody else is going to be doing any similar challenges to this 0 to hero thing that I'm starting. Anyway, so thanks for tuning in. Catch you next week.